Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm going to kind of run through the charts, see what's going on, and take a look at the current market structure. Again, as previously discussed, market structure is still building long, as you can see. Currently, a lot of people are probably expecting a breakout here. We have to understand that market has actually closed under resistance. So even if price breaks out in this zone, I would be highly careful because more than likely we'll catch rejection, right? So I'm expecting this thing to start coming back down. I'm looking for it to come back to previous price zones sitting around right in here. So probably roughly right around that zone. Come back and retest this before moving up again. There's good potential also that this turns into an M formation, which would look something like this. If it turns into an M, it looks really good for an M, by the way. You got your move up, your move down, move back up, and then you'll see a move back down to recapture the entire move before you'll see a move back up, right? Now, keep in mind, this is just, looking at where the market is, what all's going on. It doesn't have to move back up, but these are potential zones that, that may occur for it to move back up. So if we're looking at that, we have our next kind of switch out slash move from here. This was another potential that I was looking at, and price came right back into this zone right here perfectly. So we have basically the move into the push, the move into the push, the move, the pullback, and then the move, right? So this was kind of like our switch here. This is where the market switched out of the zone, and then we came back and retested the switch out of the zone, and then we moved out of the zone again. And now we're kind of building in this long movement here, right? But I'm looking for this to turn into an M and come back out if price is going to continue in the upside. Now, keep in mind, this would be a buy position. Again, 20K is a really good position. We could also see it move from here, but that would not be a significant enough bounce for me to build confidence. So be very careful trading BTC right now. I think also going into Wednesday's CPI report, we have to understand that that's going to be the make or break for the markets. That's going to tell the market to rally, or it's going to tell them to don't, right? Because essentially, if the market is sitting here and running, and CPI reports come out bad, that's going to be a good thing. CPI reports come out good, that's going to be a bad thing. And now you're like, what do you mean? That's the exact opposite of what most people would think. Yes, it is. But the reasoning is because good news is bad news, and bad news is good news. Because bad news allows for a Fed pivot. Good news allows for more hawkishness from the Fed. These kind of things will end up getting priced back into the market if these things occur. So take news in that order, and it will help you kind of identify the current movement of the market. You won't see any big pivots, I don't think, until Wednesday. I think Wednesday, once we see those CPIs, we'll see that directional pivot. We could see some slowdown, some drawback, right? But the fact that they keep building long up to this point is making me feel more and more. And I say feel, I don't run off my feelings when I trade, that they're going to be looking for a rejection here. Because if you're trying to hold high for the coming days, usually the market will move in the direction opposite of what the direction it's trying to head when there's big news coming out, right? So if we're moving up, that should be opposite of the direction we'll probably be going, which would be down, and vice versa, right? And if we're moving down, then we look for the market to go up. That's how the market's built. So with that being said, this is the overall market, I would say, for BTC. Not a whole lot here. Expectations are still setting high, in this 28, 29K range with a bottom range of like 26K. So here to here is kind of my range that I'm looking for upside. So this would be kind of what I think everybody should be looking for upside. We discussed this earlier today. I just want to kind of throw that out there. We have ETH, kind of a same building structure. Again, ETH for me is moved into what we call an ABC formation. And I know I got a lot of stuff on the screen, so we're going to kind of get rid of all that. So when you're looking at ETH and you're like, okay, what do you mean by ABC formation? So I'm expecting ETH to, come up to these ranges right here. Come up and hit this 19,000. And then I'm expecting rejection around 19,000, and it could go all the way up to potentially even like 2K, right? 1957, somewhere's in here. So I'm expecting them to recapture most of this move to the upside and then reject. This is it. Like, a lot of people were like, "Oh, bullish, bullish, bullish." Markets don't go full risk on like that, guys. Like, it's just not how it works. Markets are typically, if we're in a bear market, which we are for sure in a bear market. If you don't believe me, go ahead and measure the percentage down. You're looking for typically consolidation. Does that mean that that consolidation is not going to be volatile? No, the consolidation can definitely be volatile. So, price can move up here, then come back down. The price can move up here and come back down. Consolidation, right? Maybe this is just the consolidation zone. Also, price can do a couple of things. Price can build down, right? To build up. And that would just mean, price reductions like this over the coming months. We see price then keep reducing, and then we see a floor keep holding. In that case, you're kind of looking at a bottom. Yeah, that would be a bottom. So this is what consolidation looks like. This is not consolidation. So upside, definitely potential. We've been talking about this for weeks. I've been telling you guys higher highs, higher lows. One thing I've pointed out multiple times also is the longer this thing takes to consolidate, the worse I think it's going to get, because the reality is this is the direction I think we're building, which ultimately will lead to a bullish move, right? So if we keep this volatility and we move in this range, like this right here, this would be a bull channel, is what I would consider this. Now looking at it like this, and we continue to form lower lows, right, to the downside, this would be a bull channel looking to break out. This would be a positive thing. But we can see right here we had the lower low. So I'm expecting price to, so I would say ETH and Tesla look very similar if we look at the price action here. And again, I'm expecting Tesla to come right back and revisit $700 to $500 range. And you're probably like, what do you mean by that? I mean, literally expecting it to come all the way back down to the bottom of the channel, hit the support right here, and then, make its move back up. I'm looking for a breakout though in Tesla. So I would be buying these bottoms. And then if you see rejection, take the short on the tops, but keep on buying these bottoms, because this right here is a broadening wedge to the downside. This is a bullish move right here. Price coming in from the bottom, comes up, price breaks down, and then price shoots out. Does it mean it has to come all the way down to this price point? Not necessarily, but this is something I'm really watching for Tesla. Tesla's looking really good, but this could take a while to play out. This could be months, right? Could be a whole year. We could end up coming all the way down here. So be careful with Tesla. Again, perfect rejection. I've had this up. I've showed you guys this multiple times. Perfect rejection in S&P. Expectations for S&P is hit the C. I'm expecting them to come down lower. Hit our support right here. Ultimately, we'll see. Not always right? ADA, a lot of stuff on here. I know. Let me get rid of some of this. So again, we've got a bearish pennant. So just so people know how a bearish pennant works. Let's delete this. Let's delete that. Let's delete this. All right. Now, granted, this could always flip, but atypical directional for a bearish pennant is to break to the direction it's already heading. So what does that mean? That means price is moving this direction, right? And then price consolidates, and then price breaks for the next low. For me, we can see right here, price right here is starting to consolidate, right? So a bearish pennant is a consolidation pattern that tends to want to break down. Now I'm going to show you a common example of a bearish pennant real quick, just so people know that I'm not just saying random things and all this stuff. And some people may be like, oh, well, those things don't matter. This doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. These are real things that you should definitely take into consideration. So this right here is what we would call a bearish pennant. So a bearish pennant comes in from the top, breaks out to the bottom. A bullish pennant comes in from the bottom, breaks out to the top. I can show you a couple different examples of this. And same thing with bull flag and a bear flag. So you see right here, bear flags typically build up to the top. Bull flags typically build down to the bottom. These are common patterns that are showing algorithmic change. They're showing that price is consolidating, but price is looking to find liquidity and then go deeper. So the tighter it gets in the range from the downside means the less buyers that are stepping in, right? Tighter, which means directional should continue in the direction it was going. And same thing here, when price is going up, the tighter it's getting the range means that less sellers are stepping in, and people aren't really wanting to sell at these prices, so they got to push price through, and price continues through. Same thing with a bearish channel, same thing with a bullish channel. These are atypicals for patterns. So now that we see that, that's a very clear bearish pennant, in my opinion, for price. So I would be very cautious with this as an overall. We can see right here, Google. We've been talking about this for a while. Google's still consolidating under the zone, isn't really going anywhere. We're expecting Google to come back down and retest its lows around $100. So these are some key trades for you guys to look at, for you guys to utilize throughout the week. I hope this helped you guys out. And until next time, I'll see you later.